Thieves continue to prowl Bay Area streets, stealing catalytic converters. It's bad enough if yours is stolen, but what makes it worse is the high replacement cost. And that's if you can find one. Now, 7 on your side's Michael Finney has the story of an East Bay couple who waited an entire year to get a replacement while their car sat idle.
I just felt sad when I looked out the window and saw, how perfect it was.
Every day for nearly a year, Joan O'Henley gazed at her shiny blue Toyota Prius parked in front of the house. It was perfect.
Except unusable. So it just made me feel really sad.
Joan hadn't driven the car since last July. That's when she started the engine one morning and it made an ear-splitting noise.
And Neil heard it and he came down and he said, "What was that?" And I said, "Nothing. I didn't do anything. I just turned the car on."
Joan and her husband quickly realized thieves had stolen their catalytic converter, cut it off their car. It's the same crime that hit friends, neighbors, and thousands of drivers across the country. Now, new converters can be hard to find.
They told us they thought it would take either a month to 2 months to get the parts.
But summer turned to fall and still no converter.
They basically told us there's a huge backlog. One number was 20,000.
They contacted Toyota headquarters in Texas. The company kept promising a new part, but also kept delaying estimated delivery.
They said November, and then they said January, and then they said March, and then they said June.
Meanwhile, the couple bought a new car. They considered selling the Prius, minus the converter. Someone suggested scrapping it for parts. They even thought of towing it to Nevada, which has looser regulations. All the while, the car sat idle. Neil kept charging the battery by dropping an extension cord out a window.
So I just put it out the second-story window and strung it through a tree. I didn't want to leave the wire laying on the ground.
Around them, thieves kept stealing catalytic converters.
I woke up when I heard a sawing sound. I rolled down the shade and they saw me and they basically
flashed a spotlight in his face and I said, "Neil, just..."
Thieves saw the Prius and tried to steal their catalytic converter once again. Of course, it wasn't there.
They had like a Tesla or something. It was all dark, completely blacked out.
No lights.
No sound at all. Fortunately, none of us got shot.
They just heard about an Oakland man who was shot and killed while trying to stop a thief.
I thought, oh my God, how come the police in the state, they can't stop this?
The couple also complained to Toyota, saying the company was putting new converters into new cars before replacing stolen ones.
It's like, oh, let's sell some more new hybrids.
They contacted 7 on your side, and we asked Toyota about this crisis. In a statement, the company said, in part, Toyota recognizes the impact these thefts and wait times have on our customers. The statement said Toyota's supplier has nearly tripled its production capacity since April, which should reduce the backlog. And after nearly 1 year of waiting, Joan and Neil got the good news.
We have a catalytic converter for you. It felt surreal because it had been so long.
The Prius is back on the road.
Now I feel very satisfied, except that, we're worried that it's going to get stolen again.
I'm Michael Finney, 7 on your side.